Good morning, Huntley High School. I'm Kylie Pomasak.
And I'm Taylor Casey.
And you're watching this week's episode of Raider Nation News.
As we're in the first week of Women's History Month, we have a very special interview from one of the HHS female leaders to share more about how women have paved their way through history.
Hi, I'm Angie Favila, and I'm the founder of the Women's Empowerment and Leadership League Club here at the school. March is Women's History Month, and it's basically a way to recognize important women throughout history and recognize their accomplishments that they have made. It's also to encourage girls and women throughout the world to step up and create a positive change. Some notable females who have made history are people like Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks. Most recently, there are female role models such as Kamala Harris and Malala. The purpose of the WELL Club is to encourage activism throughout the community and also collaborate with different organizations to strive for gender equality. It's really important to have a diverse group of people strive for gender equality because it's something that needs to come from everybody. It's not just going to be obtained from women fighting for these rights. Gender equality is really important to strive for because it links to a multitude of different issues such as pay equity and as well as quality education. Recently, the U.S. women's soccer team just achieved pay equity within their organizations. Make sure to look out for rising events from the Leos Club and Well Club activities to celebrate Women's History Month.
Be sure to follow both the Well Club and the Leos Club on social media. We appreciate each and every woman who has engraved her name into history. To celebrate women in the community, save the date for Recognizing American Diversity's next community event, the Women's Empowerment Showcase on March 19th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. here at Huntley High School.
With the recent ending of the football season and the Rams winning the Super Bowl, baseball season is right around the corner. Well, hopefully, since MLB is in a lockout now. Let's turn it to Andrew Spaid to tell us more.
With the Rams winning the Super Bowl, what sports do we have to watch now? NBA is midway through their season, so we've still got some basketball to watch. NHL is still going on even though the Blackhawks aren't that great. Now what's happening with baseball? Spring training was set to begin roughly 3 weeks ago now, and we're still yet to receive reports of that happening. If you haven't known by now, MLB is in a lockout. So what really is a lockout? Owners halt all baseball activities and can literally lock players out from their facilities. During this time, the only business taking place are contract negotiations and players working out. So basically, it's like if the workers at the Raider Way Cafe want a new drink to serve, but Dr. Beelan doesn't approve of that drink. It doesn't happen. It's pretty much like an argument where the resolution is nothing happening. As for the MLB Players Association, which controls all things player-related, couldn't come to a consensus with the actual MLB. The last lockout of the MLB was the 1994-1995 Major League Baseball strike, which canceled 938 games in the entire 1994 postseason, including the MLB World Series. Hopefully, they can work out a solution as soon as possible as the days are ticking down in order to do so. Back to you guys at the desk.
Though it sounds like the MLB is a mess, Huntley Baseball just finished tryouts this week. The team is currently ranked 3rd in the state. Here's to a great season.
Since the introduction of new technologies into education, a lot has evolved. There was a very recent announcement that the SAT will be one of these aspects to change.
Look around you. I'm sure you've swept past most things in your classroom. But the truth is a lot of these things wouldn't have been commonly placed in the classroom 30 years ago. Technology like Chromebooks and projectors would have been considered modern marvels. Our technology is changing rapidly and our education system with it. The SAT test, a scholastic aptitude test, is soon to be one of those changes, known as the pinnacle of focus for many juniors. It will soon be transformed drastically. Not only will it now be taken digitally, it will also be an hour shorter and allow students to use calculators during the duration of the test. Students will use their own computers, however, the test will be taken in person while being supervised, but these changes will come slowly. The SAT test will be taken fully digitally by 2023 for most, and 2024 for students in the United States. But is the SAT test really that important? 76% of four-year colleges and universities don't even require you to take the SAT. This number will most likely increase. Some might argue that we'll even advance past tests like the SAT, even though the College Board is modernizing the SAT. It may not be enough to keep it relevant in today's ever-changing world.
Even though some schools are not requiring the test for admittance, the scores can still be used as scholarships. Make sure to keep studying because this SAT is right around the corner. Speaking of the SAT, this weekend there's an MSAT. The MSAT, created by the MSCHF Collective, the company that worked with rapper Lil Nas X to produce the infamous Satan Shoes, will be mocking the SAT test and actually encourages you to cheat. The test will be tomorrow. Register today to join other competitors for a chance to win over $11,000.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Raider Nation News. Our thoughts go out to everyone affected by what's happening in Ukraine.
If you know any way we as a community can help, please leave a comment or DM us on Instagram.
As we learn more about ways we can help, we will be sure to share.
See you next week.